Hello everyone, my name's Zerodaimaru, and welcome to Superior Rimworld. So this is going to be a Rimworld Alpha 11 playthrough using the Superior Crafting mod created by Abrexis and Mrofra. I'm not sure if that's the way you pronounce that name, but we're going to go with it. We're also going to be using the Prepare Carefully and the Interface mod by EDB. So yeah, so we're going to be doing a bit of a modded playthrough here. And I'm using the Prepare Carefully mod because I will be perfectly honest with you guys right up front. I've tried to record this series 3 times so far. And every single time, the first episode has been basically me spending like 15 minutes randoming colonists trying to find people who will actually work. And then a couple episodes of not much happening and then death. So we're gonna actually go with some colonists that can get some freaking work done and aren't gonna, get screwed over by RNG. So that being said, let's go ahead. We'll go new colony. We're going to go Cassie Classic, and we're going to go to the challenging difficulty. We're going to do this Algeth Al-Assad world. The seed for this one, if you guys want to play along, is 0. As you can see, as soon as it loads, up in the top right-hand corner, there's a bit of a mod mismatch because I was originally trying the pawn icons mod. For some reason, it's not working, and I just haven't gotten around to fix it yet. But yeah, so here's the seed up here, 0. And we are going to be embarking at 70 degrees east, which is over here somewhere, I believe. 76 east, right, left and right. 70.4 degrees east by 21.87 degrees north, which is down here. 21.87. So this is where we're going to be embarking. I've already selected the site ahead of time. So, again, if you guys want to play along, this is where we're going to be going. So we're going to select the site. Now we're going to prepare carefully, and I'm going to load up a preset here. And it's just preset 1 because I am unoriginal. So let's do a quick run through of the colonists. I've left these as mostly random. Like basically the way I generated these colonists is I randomed a whole bunch of times until I found something that kind of worked. That way I'd still have some negatives, in their profile. And then I adjusted their points, adjusted their passions, maybe played around with this stuff a little bit, but I tried to leave this alone for the most part, and adjusted their age down because I had one embark in the last couple times where like everybody was super old and had a bad back and it sucked. So we have Red the drone. He's going to be our miner, our melee person, mostly handling construction, not handling any kind of crafting. We're going to have Rad the scientist. I'm not sure why this is showing up. This basically means that what you've selected doesn't match something else on here. It doesn't stop you from doing it, and I can't figure out what part of this doesn't match, but anyways. So this is going to be our scientist slash medicine guy. He's also going to help out with base defense in shooting, and hopefully that won't get him killed, because there'll be nobody else to do our medicine stuff to start with. Then we have M the barkeep. She's going to be our social, our cook person. She's going to handle the majority of our crafting for us, and, handle that area of, responsibility. I'm also going to bring along one more person called Lee the janitor, and she's mostly here just to provide an extra body. She got the green thumb and the heat tolerant kind of to start with, so that was pretty good. As far as what we're embarking with, I'm more or less going bog standard over here. The only thing I've done is switched out the pistol for an extra survival rifle and given us a spear. Steel ore, wood logs, silver medicine, packaged survival meals, all that stuff is the same. So let's go ahead and start. Alright, sorry for the break in the recording. For some reason my recording software does not like it when I, switch from a menu in Rimworld to the actual game. So let's go ahead and let everybody land, get everybody kind of set up here, and we will figure out where we go from here. So, first off, we need our best shooters to have the survival rifles, and those were... Red is not our shooter, but Rad is, as is M, I think. Yeah. So Rad and M are gonna carry our survival rifles. Red is gonna have the spear. I'm gonna unforbid the survival meals, the logs, the medicine, and... Did we not bring any metal along? I'm sure we did. Alright, looks like the metal was lost in transit. Either that or I'm blind. Either is very possible. Oh wait, there's the metal. Unforbid that. And unforbid that. Alright, so let's take a look at the map. So we are embarking on a mountainous region. because I want to dwarf fortress this up a little bit and basically just tunnel into a mountain. Looks like we have a, well, again, fairly mountainous region. Lots of little choke points here. Got some wild animals walking around. That could be handy. Now, the superior crafting mod, I just realized I haven't even talked about this. The superior crafting mod does a couple of things for us. First off, it makes crafting a little bit more complex. So rather than just taking metal ore and turning that into a sword, you have to take the metal ore and smelt it into bars first, which can then be turned into a sword. And, you know, so on and so forth for wood, which is turned into planks, and then there's a few other stages of crafting once you get later on into the mod. The beginning of the mod, you use logs and ore, which you then turn into bars and planks, and then carry on like that. The other thing it does is it makes it so that in regular Rimworld, you know, the guns and stuff that you land with is probably the least advanced technology you're going to have. That's kind of the starting point, and you move up from there. In superior crafting, that technology is probably some of the best we're going to see for a while, because if I go into like security, we can't build an auto turret. You know, we don't know how to make microchips and stuff yet. You know, we can't build, hell, if I even go into structure, I can't build anything other than a wooden wall. So it's going to make things like that a little bit more tricky, but a little bit more fun, I think. So, I'm thinking we are more or less going to start right where we are, because it's not a bad kind of choke point. Actually, this might be better. Come back in here, and then we can kind of start tunneling up into the mountain. We'll have to worry about, you know, sappers and stuff coming in, but that's not too big of a deal. Pardon me. So yeah, I think that's actually what we're going to do. We're going to kind of come back in here. That gives us a nice, really defensible location. We can expand it this way as we need more like planting area and whatnot, but for the most part we can just tunnel right back into this mountain. But to start with, however, I'm going to just build a single wooden wall here and a wooden door here, just to give them some place to go inside so we can get our medicine and our meals out of the elements so that they don't degrade. The wood will degrade, but it's got lots of points, so I'm not too worried about it. That, and we're going to use it up pretty quickly. Mostly I'm just worried about our medicine and our food, and I want to give our colonists a safe place to sleep. So let's go ahead and go into our overview, and we'll get this set up real quick. So everybody's going to firefight as a #1 priority. That is most important. Rad is going to be our doctor. That's going to be #1 priority, and a #1 priority for patients. Flicking is going to be a #2 priority for everybody. Now here's where we start to get into a little bit of a, you know, we're going to be differentiating people. So, I'm not sure why Rad is set as a warden. We don't want him wardening. We do want M to warden for us here, and we want that to be a fairly important thing because we don't want our prisoners, like, starving to death. Cooking. M is going to be our cook. Don't even know why Red's trying to. That's going to be a secondary, you know, concern. But because it's lower down here, she'll do wardening, then cooking. Hunting. That is going to be up to... Didn't really think about hunting, truth be told. Lee can't do it. Red can, but he's a melee dude. Rad can, but I'm going to have more important things for him to do. M can, but she's not very good at it. I think I'll leave it up to Rad for now. And we're going to set that fairly high, because if I mark something to be hunted, I want it hunted now. But I'm not going to... We'll probably move that on to the first person that we get outside of our original 4 that is, you know, at least half decent at it. Now, construction. This is going to be super important for Red, and I want him to repair before he constructs, because I want everything to be in tip-top shape before we start building new stuff. Everybody else is going to do it kind of in their spare time. Growing. This is going to be super important for Lee, and in fact, so important that we want her to do that primarily. Other people will help with it when they have time. Mining, that's going to be like Red's like #1 job. So he'll repair, then mine, then construct. And other people can help with mining when they have time. Plant cutting is going to be for everybody except for Lee, it's going to be one of her primary jobs. Smithing, we want everybody to be a little bit of a crafter. Now our primary crafter is, as I mentioned before, going to be M. So we're going to put that up to a 3 for her. But I want everybody to help out with it, at least in the beginning. And the reason for that is we're going to have to do a lot more crafting with the superior crafting mod than we ever had to with vanilla Rimworld. And hauling and cleaning are going to be fairly high tasks, and they're going to be super important for Lee. That's going to be like her main thing. And then research is going to be really important for Rad as well. We want him to do that before he even does any hauling or whatnot. We'll have to play around with this as we go. Restrictions, I'm just going to leave it as this for now. This seems like a pretty good, let them do whatever. Once we get to the point where it looks like they might be slacking off a little bit, then we will, adjust it as needed. But for the time being, that'll work okay. And, so let's go ahead. We'll bump it up to 2 speed just to start with. Just to give me a chance to kind of get some things set up here. And we're going to go bed, 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 bed. All right, and we're actually going to pause for a second here as I set up some other stuff. I want a stockpile, but I don't want the stockpile on the beds. You can, and it doesn't really do anything, but aesthetically. And we're not going to be storing too much in this stockpile anyway. So in fact, all we want is medicine and food. The wood and stuff, that can all stay outside. So they should start pulling things in there. And that'll just give them a place to sleep, like right away as we kind of prepare this area for habitation. Now, the next thing that we're definitely going to have to worry about is setting up a place to grow food. In fact, I'm going to unforbid these packaged survival meals so they get brought up into here as well. Actually, that's probably the first thing I should do is make sure that we are grabbing all these meals so that they don't go bad on us. And to give us a little bit of extra time to get our basics set up. I'm thinking that's everything. Yeah, alright. So we'll let them go ahead and haul those in. In the meantime, we're going to set up a growing zone. Now again, thanks to superior crafting, we're not going to be able to grow a lot in the beginning. In fact, the only thing of use that we can really grow is the potato plant. But we'll set that up down there. Lee's going to go ahead and start planting that up for us. They're going to go ahead and haul all those things back in. And that's going to be kind of our initial food source, though we will need kind of more than that. The other thing I want to do is start actually digging into this mountain. So let's go ahead, set up a mining job, and kind of decide how we want to do things here. First thing I think I'm going to do is just kind of level off this face here. And this is mostly an aesthetic choice, truth be told, but still. And then we're going to kind of build right in here. Now, from there, yeah, here comes Red. And he's really good at it, so it's nice to have a decent miner in a start like this. So we'll just let him kind of start with the initial hallway. Now, one of the first things we're going to want to set up as well is a bit of a crafting area. Because we're going to need to start getting in on that as soon as possible. But I don't want that, like, super close to the starting of my base. That I want to be in a little bit deeper. So actually, what I'm going to do here is we're going to kind of plan for the future. So I'm thinking we have like a bit of a habitation hallway that comes up like this, right? And we're going to go... My rooms are going to be 5 by 4, just to give them lots of space. We're not going to build these just yet, but I want to have them planned out so that I know where they're going to go once it's time to actually start building them. 5 by 4. 5 by 4. Alright, and this is going to be kind of our habitation hallway. From there, we'll have a kitchen/food prep area down this way. Which is going to be, if we put our food storage, say, right here. With a door there. Let me see, what was this? This was 8. I want one more. So that there's actually a middle point here. Then we have a door there. A bit of a hallway. So it's going to be something like this. And then this will be kind of our common area. I'm not sure how big to make the common area. And we can put a door there. So we'll have a door there that goes into the food storage area. So they can come in, grab their food. Or if they're making food, they can prep it in here. We'll be able to put a... what is it called? Air conditioning type unit over here. And that'll all be good there. Alright, so we have one idle colonist, M. M, what is your normal jobs? And maybe can we give you something else to do in the meantime? You're our barkeep. Yeah, you can't mine. So you know what you can do for us, Em? You can cut down some more wood, because we're going to need tons of it. That's what you can do for us, Em. Alright, so now that I've got that all planned out, now we're going to dig back a little bit further here. And I'm going to want a little bit of a hallway to extend down this way. But I don't need to build that right away, truth be told. But, so we'll just cancel that one out so we can't build it. And then from there, this is going to be our initial workshop room. So I want 6 by 5 with a door there and there. Alright, now let's bump it up to speed 3 so we actually, you know, can make some progress here. Actually, one thing I should read up on before I let them dig out too much of this. I'm pretty sure everything we have here will be fine, but I need to make sure that I know for absolute certain what the rules on, like, roof collapse are. Alright, looks like we have tons of wood. That's good. Where's plant cutting for most people? Because I want them to... You know what, for now, I'm going to bump mining up on most people so that they will do that before plant cutting. And then that way we can just have M, like... Let's harvest some berries and stuff for some more food. That'll be her job. There. So that'll be what M does. Where is Lee? Oh, she's doing plant cutting. Lee, I kind of want you to not do that right now. I want you to go help mine, please. Yeah. There you go. Thank you. Yep. Alright, now she's gonna go clean. Whatever. That's your job. You go do you. As long as Red's in there working, I'm not too upset. Oh, pardon me. So we'll have our workshop over here. And we'll have kind of our raw resource storage room over here. So that way we can, you know, pull everything in. Or maybe we want to actually set up, like, individual crafting rooms and have the raw resources stored there. That actually sounds like a better idea to me. You know, we have tons of space to work with here. Might as well use it, right? Alright, so this will be our first kind of workshop slash storage room, I guess. No. Pfft, thanks for your contribution, Rad. That was top-notch. Alright, we'll let them go to sleep, and we will hopefully have our first production table, which is going to be a... Well, actually, maybe I should work on some food prep first and foremost. Get a little bit of a kitchen going. Well, that's what this is going to be. And I don't want to dig this out until I take a moment to do some research. So maybe we'll just wait on that. And this will be for our hand sawmill. Alright, so we have to name the colony. And I'm going to call this place Demon Reach. And the reason we're calling it that is because I'm a massive Dresden Files fan. It's a series of books. If you haven't read them, you should totally go and do that now. If you are a Dresden Files fan, welcome. Alright, come on guys, wake up. Alright, M's awake. She's not doing anything though. Actually, you know what you can do for us, M? You can... I'm going to set up a stockpile here. It's going to be a dumping stockpile. I'm going to put it over here. And for right now, this is just going to be for all of our stones. We'll need to move them inside eventually, but I want to kind of move all this stuff closer to our base. And get the stuff that's in our base out, first and foremost. So anyways, this is going to be a dumping stockpile. This is not going to be for corpses, just for chunks. And then we're going to go orders, haul things. Get that all out of there, please. Alright, M and Lee can work on that. That's fine. While Rad and Red are mining away. And we'll have a job soon. You know what? I'll just leave her be. Actually, you know what I should do is build another stockpile over here. And this will be where we can... just to move our raw resources a little closer. So we're going to clear all. This is going to be raw resources. I want basically all of them for now. This stockpile is very temporary as it is, so that'll be fine. And yeah, so M and Lee can just help move all of our raw resources into here. And as we get rocks, we will set them to be moved out. What are you guys doing? Oh, you're eating. I suppose that's allowed. Oh, we have some visitors, the Green Crag people. So guys, this is where we're going to have to call an end to the episode. I hope you are enjoying it so far. This series promises to be an interesting one if past experience is any indication at all. And I hope you will join me for the next episode of Superior Rimworld. So long.